This is Think Future with Kalabukas. Here's another thing that a lot of people don't do, but I feel that almost everything I try is an experiment. I apply the scientific method to almost everything because you never really know unless you test. Test, test, test. So let's, for example, think about changing your life. Think about changing your brand, changing your image, changing your corporate image, changing your product's image, changing something about yourself or your company. How are you going to know if it's going to work? How are you going to know if it's going to stick? There is no way to know. There's no way to know unless you take this thing and you put it out there and you let it hit the market and you see what the reaction is to what you're doing. It's an experiment. A/B testing is an experiment. But you know what? All of these experiments that happen in software development, all this testing that happens in software development, all this testing that happens in marketing, there's no reason why you can't apply this testing to your life. Is there any reason why everything that you do from now on can't be considered an experiment? See, a lot of times people think that, oh, I'm going to make a decision and I'm going to think really, really hard about this decision before I make this decision. And I'm going to plan out all the possible permutations of this decision before I make the decision because I have no idea what's going to happen if I make this decision. So I'm going to make sure I plan it all out and I'm going to have contingency plans for this in case this or that happens. But then again, everything can fall apart. There's no way to have contingency plans for everything. So you have to think of everything that you do, every step that you make as an experiment. Let me try this. Let me try that. Let me try this or that. Let me try this. Then pivot and pivot and pivot until you get it right. Why can't everything be an experiment? Why are so many people so concerned about things having to be just perfect day one? It's not necessarily so. Many things are not perfect day one. Many things are not perfect day one, and they require the crucible of the market. They require the crucible of launching. They require the crucible of scrutiny by your market. Or by your market, and if you think about by your market, that extends to companies, extends to products, extends to individuals. Your market is everybody who knows you. Why can't you experiment with what you're planning on doing? Put that experiment out there, see what the feedback is, and then decide, is this the way I want to continue? And if it's not, pivot again, and pivot again, and pivot again. Let the responses and the feedback from your experiment dictate how you're going to make a decision. Because many of us, we just spin in decisions on our own without actually allowing them to get to the rest of the world. We keep thinking, oh, we got to make this change. We got to do this. We got to do this. We got to do that. But we don't know if it's going to be a good change or a bad change until it gets out there in the world. And that's what I mean by experimenting. Get it out there in the world. Get your product out there in the world. Get your service out there in the world. Get it out there so people can look at it and go, huh, this is amazing. This is something I really want. Or this is almost what I really want. Only if you could just tweak it a little bit. Or this is not what I want at all. What were you thinking putting this out there? All of those responses are great, because you can use those as part of the feedback of your experiment, the results of your experiment, and then go out there and experiment again and again and again until you get the results that you're looking for.